Good afternoon. Let's get some folks up in here. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Happy Monday. I hope everyone is having an awesome Monday. This is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. I am excited about everything that God is doing, every door that God is opening. I cannot complain. I will not complain. I'm telling you, there are some things that God is up to, and the enemy is upset. And I hope that you are prepared. I hope that you have your seatbelt on, as do I. You know, there are some things that we do not understand. There are some things that we cannot put our hands on. Hello, Pastor Michael. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. There are some other, I cannot see who else is on here, but hello to you. I am not going to hold you long today, and I know I say that quite often. And the last few times I did do well, I must admit. The last few times I did well when I said I was not going to hold you long. But I am certainly grateful for this ride, this journey that the Lord has us on. I cannot complain. I will not complain. And I hope that you're doing the same, that you're not complaining regarding this journey that the Lord has us on. You know, today has actually been a busy Monday for me. It seems like this day is flying. I don't know if it seems that way for you. Hello, Elise. Hello, Boo. How are you doing? I don't know if it seems that way for you, but it seems like today, this Monday, has really been flying. You know, we've been talking a lot about a lot of things. You know, a lot of people have been going through a lot of things. A lot of people have been enduring a lot of battles, and they've been trying to pray their way out and have been trying to figure, how am I going to get through this? How am I going to endure this test? How am I going to come out of it? God, when are you going to release me out of this thing? And, you know, the Lord is simply, some people feel like that the Lord has simply abandoned them, that he is not hearing them in this season. Some people simply feel like God is telling them, this time you're going to endure this test. There is no way out this time. This time you have to pass this test. You have to show the people who I have created you and the strength that I've created you to have as a child of mine. And I can definitely say you are not alone. Even some of the strongest saints that have been in God for a long time have begun to question, God, what are you doing? God, how are you moving? God, when is this test going to be over? And what I need us to understand, including myself, is that the test is so vigorous, and the test, it feels like that is such a great blow to us, is because the door is so wide. That the door is so big, the door is so great, the light is so bright, because there are some things that are set up for us that we are not going to be able to explain. That when the door is open, all we're going to be able to do is tell ourselves and express to others that it was nobody but God. That even the people that walked out, the people that left, the people that slammed the door in your face, the people that did not believe in your vision, the people that did not understand the moves that God had you on, God is going to remind you that what I had for you was for you and was not for anybody else. And the people that was trying to grab a hold of you, that God had to release some people out of your life to make room for the new people that was coming into your life. You know, there are even some relationships. When I say relationships, Not just friendships, but there were some intimate relationships that God had to separate, because God was saying that who you chose was not who I chose. And so therefore I had to remove them so that I could set place for the one that I chose, for the you that I am redefining, for the you that I am creating. Because sometimes we even choose partners for who we are now and not for who we desire to be. Someone is going to catch that in a minute. Sometimes, and and even with me, when I talk to people, I talk to some people who just get so tired of being by themselves, they'll begin to just close their eyes and just pick one. They'll lose their values. They'll lose that integrity that they have. They'll lose, and we all have to compromise. Even me, I believe, in compromise. And there's some things we compromise, and there are some things you just don't compromise. Like when people ask me, well, Jesse, what are some things you're not going to compromise? One, I'm not going to compromise a partner who is not driven. Whatever their field is, you have to be driven in your field. I don't care if you want to be a janitor. You be the best custodial person in America. You have to be driven. That's something we're not going to compromise on. You have to be a family united person. You have to be family oriented. I have children. One, I'm a single father with. You have to be family oriented. You can't just be one that I'm okay with children. That doesn't work with me. I'm a parent. So that you being I'm okay with children does not work for me. And so that is something I cannot compromise on. And so when we get to a place to where we feel like God has abandoned us and God is not hearing us, we begin to make selections that's not in ourselves. We begin to walk out of ourselves. We begin to have that out-of-body experience, and we begin to make selections out of desperation. And sometimes God has to shake us and bring us back to ourselves, because God is saying you're making decisions for the you now or for the you then, but I need you to make decisions for the you of who you're going to be, because there are some things even now we don't think that we're overcoming, but we are overcoming them. Hello, AT, how are you doing, brother? There are some things that we're overcoming now. We don't think that we're overcoming, but we are overcoming them. That's why I put the definition overcome, and I also put the definition surmount, because overcome is also it also derives with surmount. And I love the definition surmount, because surmount also means to prevail. It means to get on top of. It means to get on it. It means to cover it. And so when you surmount something, it means to get on top of it. And not just get on top of it physically, but to get on top of it mentally. Because if I get on top of it mentally, that also means that I'm also aligning my emotions to get on top of it. So that means that what used to control my emotions yesterday does not control my emotions today, because I'm on top of it. Not just physically, but spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. I have to align myself. The word of God says a double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. If you're unstable in your finances, you're unstable with your truths. If you're unstable with your truths, hello Tyrell, thank you for joining. If you're unstable with your truths, you're unstable with family matters. I tell people, if someone will lie about their credit card debts, they will lie to you about their relationships. So a double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. I have to learn to overcome some things. And if that means me making decisions that will break some relationships and break some old habits, I need to overcome it. Because reality is that as I'm thriving to become greater, there's going to have to be some separations that are going to take place. Not just from things, but from some people as well. Because there have been some people that has not been assigned to our lives for every dispensation time of our life. Did somebody catch that? Every dispensation of time that I go through, everybody has not been assigned for every dispensation. So there's going to be some people that's going to fall off. And that's okay, because it has been ordained to take place in that manner. And I just have to accept that it is a part of the process, that as I'm overcoming, as there is a surmount that is taking place, as I'm getting on top of it, as my mind is shifting, as things are rewiring, as things are changing, as things are taking place, as I'm going through these transitions, there is going to be some changes that are going to take place. It's not going to feel good to my heart. It's not going to feel good to my mind. I'm going to lose some control. And if you're a control freak like myself, yes, I said it, I can admit it. When I don't understand everything that is taking place, there's going to be sometimes it feels like I'm losing my mind and I'm not going to understand everything that God is doing, and I'm going to want some answers. And when I don't get the answers, it's going to frustrate me. It's going to upset me. It's going to make me feel like that I'm in this moment where everything is distorted, where there's confusion around me. When the reality is, it's really not confusion. It's just transition that's above me, but it's coming towards me. So what I need us to understand is that we're in a season of overcoming. And if I'm going to overcome, I have to understand that everything I went through and everything I'm going through is part of the process. Hello, Tony. How are you doing? Everything is part of the process. And this just the mere fact that I overcame it and I lived through it. I survived through it. I made it through it. I learned the lesson of it. That is an indication that it's the mere fact it was part of the process. There was a plan for it, and I'm grateful that I made it through it. Now I have to learn that I have to be able, hello Devin, thank you for joining us. I have to be able to overcome, and I have to be able to accept. There are some things and some people that's going to fall off. Hello, Gail. Thank you for joining. And I have to understand, I'm no longer selecting people in my life for the right now me. I'm selecting people for the new me. Because the right now me is not who I'm going to stay in place and in position with. Because this is just a transitional phase for where I am going. This is not the right now me is not the permanent me. This is my moment of transition. However, there is a place of where I'm going. And that's why you don't hear me say rich a lot. Because rich is in a sense just covers finances, but you'll hear me say wealthy a lot. Because wealth covers my finances, it covers my body, it covers my mind, it covers my spiritual walk. Because I desire to gain wealth, because I want to be holistic in all manners. So I want you to understand that this is the season to overcome. Whatever the vision is, whatever the plan is, we've thought about it long enough. You know who God has placed in your life. Run with it. Run with it. A lot of times we try to put a timing on God. When is the time? Now is the time. You've had the dream. You've had the vision. Hello, Maria. How are you doing, cousin? I love you. You've had the vision. You've had the dream. And God is waiting on you to overcome that thing. He's waiting on you to birth that thing out of your belly. He's waiting on you to say, you know what? This is my time. If I can see other people doing it, God, I know you've called me to something great. It's my time to refocus. And it's okay. I tell my children all the time, it's okay to admit that it's time to go back to the drawing board. I'd rather go back to the drawing board than stay stuck in going in the wrong direction. And sometimes we have to tell ourselves that it's time to go back to the drawing board. And that's okay. It's okay to admit, Jesse, you've done something wrong. You've done something wrong. And you need to go back to the drawing board. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'd rather go back than be in the wilderness longer than I am supposed to. I'd rather go back to the drawing board. Hello, Marcus. Thank you for joining. I'd rather go back to the drawing board than be in the wilderness longer than it's been assigned to my life. It's okay to go back to the drawing board. It doesn't mean that I missed God. It doesn't mean that I do not love God and God does not love me. It simply means I erred. That's all it means. That's right, Gail. Yes. Always okay to pivot. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Marcus. It's okay. A lot of people get in a hissy fit. Oh my goodness. Oh, what am I going to do? You're going to go back to the drawing board. I cannot tell you how many times I have went back to the drawing board. And I tell people, I'm a person, again, I've already said I'm a control freak. And I know I'm a person that is stubborn. But one thing I can tell you about me, I can admit my errors. I am a person that I can tell you that if I messed up, I am going to say, you know what? Yeah, I certainly messed that one up. And now I didn't get there overnight. Trust me, I did not get there overnight. It took some time because I had to realize, Jesse, you are human. And the sooner you can admit you've erred, the sooner you can get back on the right path. But you cannot get back on the right path if you cannot admit that you need to go back to the drawing board. Are you getting this? You cannot. I was talking to someone, then I'm going to let you go. I was talking to someone this weekend. For you all that don't know, pictures will be going up later. My 9-year-old turned 10, and oh my gosh, what a weekend we had. First it was Dave and Buster's, then it was the hotel for swimming, and then the sleepover. And when I tell you, I'm still drained. When I go home from work today, I'm literally going straight to my bed. I am going to do some work, so I'm not going to lie. I'm going to do some work. I'm going to watch some movies on Netflix, and I'm absolutely not going to be responsible for anything else. I told them, don't ask me for nothing. I'm still wore out from that 10-year-old birthday party. I'm telling you, it was like we were planning a birthday party for the Obamas. I'm wore out. I told her mother, I'm drained. I don't even want to think about a hotel. I don't think about Dave and Buster's. I'm drained. But when I tell you that when you begin to focus, and I was talking to someone there, and I was talking to them about credit, because I have some clients that's been telling me, Dr. Jesse, you need to do like a webinar for credit, because there are tricks and things I learned along the way about repairing your credit and about doing things, because we have to get us in order, right? As an individual, we have to become a good steward. There are some people who've done it right all their lives. I'm not one of those people. Some of you are not one of those people. Some of you may be one of those people who did it right all their lives. So there's some things that we've erred along the way, and now we're working on getting it right? To become that good steward. Because you cannot declare that you've been called to be a leader and your personal life is in wreckage, right? Your personal life, or what's going to happen is that spirit is going to transfer from your personal life into your business or your ministry or your organization. So whatever you possess is going to transfer in whatever you're trying to work on. So the first assignment is you. That's why, if I can show you, that's why I always, my 3 C's, and forgive my handwriting. It's been like that since I was little. It's not going to change. My 3 C's: confront, conquer, and celebrate. Confront, conquer, and celebrate. I don't care what someone sees me for. And I see clients in person. I see them via the internet. I do video clients. I see clients via the telephone, because I have clients, that are not in Columbus, Ohio. And I don't care what I'm seeing them for. I always start with confront. Because no matter what it is, we have to start with us. We have to start with us. So I need to confront myself, because if I'm not a good steward, whatever I put my hands to, I will fail in. Hello, Tammy. How are you doing, sister? I love you. I will fail in. So confronting, I always have to start with me. So if I'm not a personal good steward, I don't need to focus on the business or the organization or the ministry yet. I need to focus on myself and my home, because that is the first order of business, right? That's the first order of business. Hello, TD. Thank you for joining. So there's a lot of people that wants to start an organization. Thank you, Tammy. I love you more. A lot of people want to start an organization or a business or a ministry. Hello, Lady L. How are you doing? I love you. So I'll be there Labor Day weekend. So there's a lot of people that want to start organizations, ministries, and businesses, but they're not good stewards. Their home is out of order. Their finances are out of order. Yeah, those are things that I deal with. You have to confront you first. And to some people, that's not logical, but it's truth. Hello, Jay. Thank you for joining us. So I tell people all the time, you have to start with you first. Just like someone asked me, do you struggle with being single? Absolutely not. How can I struggle with being single and I counsel single people? Hello, Michael. Thank you for joining us. Now, do I enjoy being single? Absolutely not. I don't enjoy it, but I'm not going home every day talking about, oh, Lord, what is we's going to do? Because I know the standard of the partner first that I want. And two, I'm okay with me. I love me. I mean, again, I'm not saying I don't desire marriage, but I'm not going home every day looking at the walls talking about, oh, when are they coming? When are they coming? No, I could not counsel single people on how to overcome if I did not overcome. Now, can I say I have not been there? Yes, of course I've been there before. But if I did not overcome it, I can't counsel single people on it. Do I struggle with finances? No. I am a great steward with finances. Hello, Tasha. How are you doing? I'm a good steward with my finances. My daughter says sometimes I'm too good. My 18-year-old, soon to be 19-year-old next month, because I'm on her about finances. Because I've made mistakes before with finances, not using wisdom and etc. So therefore, I can't counsel anyone else on how to be great with their finances and how to be good steward if I'm not responsible with my finances. Are you getting this? And so if I had the wrong spirit, it would simply transfer over into my practice. It would transfer over into my work. And so I have to make sure that Jesse's in check every day. I have to make sure I'm right every day. And a lot of people do not want to do that. They do not want to do a self-inventory. And the reason they do not want to do a self-inventory is because they are afraid of what they might dig up if they dig too deep. But they have to. Digging is important. If you desire to affect lives, digging is important. If you desire to have a business or a ministry or an organization, you have to dig. I don't care if you're selling candy canes. You're going to minister to someone. You have to make sure you're confronting you and dig deep. Dig deep. A lot of people don't want to dig. They're nervous of what they're going to find. Dig deep. Digging is imperative. If you're going to be great, if you're going to overcome, if you're going to surmount, you have to dig deep. Are you with me? Hello, Natasha. How are you? You have to dig deep. I'm grateful with everything God is doing. And again, for the kingdom-minded people, not for the religious people, for the kingdom-minded people that are saying, I have went through some hell and some things that I've never been through and some things I have not conquered and some things I just don't know how to overcome. I just hear God saying, you are surmounting this thing. You're getting on top of it. And there are some doors, and this is not a cliche, and I am telling you that although some of us may have been prepared to lose our mind, God is saying, not this time. You are moving into a place that you've never moved into before. I promise you that. I promise you that. So prepare to overcome. Every day, tell yourself, I'm prepared to overcome. You all know a few weeks ago, I gave the scripture of Deuteronomy because the Lord has been placing it in my spirit. Deuteronomy chapter 28. You will be blessed in the city and you'll be blessed in the country. You're going to be blessed. Deuteronomy, that's chapter 28, verse 3. You'll be blessed. You'll be blessed. Wherever you go, you'll be blessed. Wherever you go, you'll be blessed. But you cannot be blessed if you don't first confront yourself. You cannot be blessed if you don't first dig deep. within yourself. And no matter what you find, you deal with it. You don't push it to the side, because we've done that long enough. You don't push it to the side. Whatever you dig and you find, you deal with it. And it's okay to get someone on the outside to help you deal with it. Not your aunt, not your grandma. Someone with experience to help give you a strategic plan, some steps to help you overcome it and become free. The word of God said in the book of John, whom the Son set free is free indeed. All it takes is God one good time to set us free, and it's done. All right? I look forward to you overcoming. I'll put the link in here. I will pin it for the site. But whom the Son set free, is free indeed. I'm trying to tell you, you need to get ready to overcome. You need to get ready to conquer. You need to get ready to do some great things, because what God is doing, I'm telling you, no man is going to be able to shut. But do not be asking God to open doors for the business, for the ministry, for the organization, and things are not in order. You need to get ready to overcome, to surmount. Get on top of it, because this is the time. All right? I love you. Have a great Redefining Monday like never before, because this is the time. All right? Have a great day. Bye.